Hello and welcome to Chatcade Podcast, where we walk you through a movie, ramble on about stuff for about 90% certain. Sorry, it was actually 99% certain, wasn't it, James?
99.9%.
Yep, not related to the movie, and then give our opinion, that 1% on the movie in general.
0.1.
Yeah, what he says. I'm your host, Drinking Thomas Hughes,
and this is Halloween. Get it?
I thought it was Easter.
James, you only come out for Christmas, so it's Christmas.
Oh, right. Of course.
Yep, Hayden's still here. James is here.
Hello.
I've got everyone still, because it's the last Christmas one of the year, even though it's also a Halloween film, but no one's going to point that out.
It's Halloween. It's not Christmas, it's Halloween.
It's never on at Halloween, though. It's always on at Christmas, so it's Christmas.
Because media is stupid, TV people are dumb, and they should all be shot.
I'll shoot you.
Allegedly.
I mean, it was released
legal reasons. Allegedly.
after Halloween.
Okay.
Before Christmas.
Maybe that was why. Maybe they did it in between, because they knew it was in between.
Yeah, it was released on the 25th of November.
Exactly. Bang in the middle.
UK.
So they knew. They knew what they were doing.
Ooh.
However, I don't class Christmas as an existing thing, so technically it's still Halloween. I see Halloween, it extends over and over. It continues on until next Halloween, and that's when the new Halloween starts.
Well, the movie's not called Nightmare Before Halloween.
I don't care.
Because today we're discussing
Halloween.
The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah, because it's about Halloween and how Christmas is bad.
Wait, don't you have to say Tim Burtons?
Sorry.
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Tim Burton's A Nightmare Before Christmas. Oh, well, it's a stop... Go fuck yourself. It's a stop-motion animated musical released in 1993. It was based on a poem by Tim Burton. This, though, was directed by Henry Selick, who directed James and the Giant Peach, as well as Coraline, another stop-motion.
Really?
The movie stars music composer Danny Elfman, who did the soundtrack for Spider-Man, Planet of the Apes, Spy Kids, and The Wolfman. Yeah, just to name a few of his many works.
Oh, okay. To go on for the Halloween argument, it did come out on the 29th of October in the US. So
Yeah, but we're not American.
Fuck you.
Good
Tom,
point.
I was right.
that checks out.
We're not American, so it doesn't count.
It's a Halloween film.
It's not American. We're not American, it doesn't count.
It's Halloween. About Christmas, it should not be Halloween.
You hate America, so why are you backing them up?
Because for once they're right. It's a Halloween film.
It's not. It's both.
I don't like Christmas, okay? It's Halloween.
Anyway, the movie also stars Chris Sarandon, who appeared in Fright Night, Child's Play, and The Princess Bride. The movie also stars Catherine O'Hara from Beetlejuice, Home Alone 1 and 2, A Series of Unfortunate Events, Monster House, and I'm just going to throw this in because it's Hayden, Barbie and the 12 Dancing Princesses.
That was a good film. I like that one.
The movie focuses on the town of Halloween that discovers Christmas and tries to put their own twist on the famous holiday. See, Christmas.
Yeah, but it's still Halloween. And they learn that Christmas is bad and they should stick to Halloween.
Because they're bad at it, that's why.
No, because Christmas is a bad thing. You shouldn't really support it.
Let's just start this movie out of the way.
Why do you
Right.
want to give kids presents? Kids should be shot.
Roll the titles.
Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas.
The movie opens with a narration talking about a story told in the holiday world. The narration is over the top of a small little forest area where each tree has a symbol representing the holiday present. The narrator then says we'll find out where holidays come from just as the door for the Halloween tree opens. The classic Nightmare Before Christmas song, This Is Halloween, then kicks in as we go through many of the characters giving their positive feelings towards Halloween, the Halloween town in general, and who they basically are. And it goes on for a little while. This is good jam, this is. Good little song to jam to.
I love it. It's literally one of my favourite songs. I love it.
The song eventually comes to an end when they start singing about the Pumpkin King Jack. The Pumpkin King then sets himself on fire before diving into some water to then slowly rise out to reveal the look of Jack Skellington, voiced by Chris Sarandon, but his singing voice is actually done by Danny Elfman. So two people technically playing his character. But I do like the scene when he comes out the water. It does look really nice.
And also an inspiration for a lot of some of my ideas and stuff.
Okay, back to the movie. I'm sorry, what?
What? I think so.
I don't know.
I heard the word porn.
What?
My porn dial went off. I heard the word porn.
That's all that really matters to you, Tom, isn't it? So all you make me do, you make me write scripts for that.
Pays the bills, doesn't it?
It's true, you know. I mean, like
Why have I not been alerted to this?
Because you're not paying any bills at the moment.
yeah. And the lawyer said so.
Nice.
Yeah, and the
That's
lawyer.
not true.
The lawyer also said so. He said you're not allowed him.
I pay for Nintendo Online service.
I will say, if I had a spare pair of glasses around, I'd put them on and say I'm your lawyer. Just quickly get dressed on cam. Okay, so your lawyer says you're not allowed in, James. You're a broke-ass son of a bitch, but you're not as bad as Craig. Good night.
He just puts sunglasses on and takes off his what's it called? The Letterman jacket thing. And just goes out.
I just turned my jacket inside out.
He just puts on like a blazer, the old school blazer.
I don't think I've got one, right? I can't see one.
Yeah, ask for James. He's got loads.
Oh, James, can I buy you a blazer a second? I've got a joke to make.
Let me
I'll just.
have a...
Can you attach to the messenger pigeon that I'm going to send to her foot? Hopefully, it should get in about a few years.
I can't really see in here, but I don't think I have it.
Well, you got like a massive spotlight going in your room now. Okay, I see nothing.
Oh, that's outside the prison.
No, I just had a look in my wardrobe.
I heard that. Yeah, God, can you put the spotlight on my room, please? Thank you.
Prison number 12.
This has got a little bit off topic.
Yeah, back to the movie. So obviously the song is over, and we get to meet some other characters like the mayor, voiced by Glenn Shaddix. That's how you pronounce that. Sadly, voiced by Catherine O'Hara, and the evil scientist Doctor. I've written it down further down. I can't remember his
Played
fucking.
by James Ray.
Finkelstein, is it something like
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Finkelstein.
that? That's a good guess. That was. Obviously, he tries to take Sally back since she poisoned him with deadly nightshade. The scientist is voiced by William Hickey. He's obviously unable to take her home since she undoes the stitching on her arm and just runs off. And he falls out of his chair.
Oh well, he's got an hand.
Well, yeah, the hand can help him up. Unless she starts beating him to death.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised the hand didn't do that, since the hand's got sentience. I suppose she just didn't beat him to death, because then she wouldn't have to deal with him.
He did at some point.
Yeah.
I think.
He kept hitting him in the head.
Yeah, but I mean, like, fully beat him to death, take a hammer to the head and everything. Okay, this is the kids' movie, not a horror film.
Though, she is
No, he's
like-
already dead.
Yeah, they're all dead. They can't actually die.
Well, she could take him apart and just hide his parts.
I mean, this one, she took half his brain at some point in the film.
Maybe he only needs half a brain to work.
It works for James.
We then follow Jack as he walks down the street to get away from obviously his adoring fans because he's getting annoyed at the holiday. He managed to get away. He throw some money into a musician's cup before getting called Bone Daddy. Bit kinky if you ask me, but yeah. Smooth moves, Bone Daddy. He managed to get to the graveyard just after Sally, who hides from him. He then finds his dog Zero before he begins to sing about him being the Pumpkin King and just basically singing about his character, explain to the audience more about him.
And like how he's lost feeling for them.
Yeah. Basically set up the entire story, essentially.
That's how you know how irrelevant your holiday is when the so-called king of it
Hates it.
doesn't even... Yeah.
He's bored of it. But Sally watches him sing the song and looks sad when he sings about, being bored of his job and wishing he could give it up in a heartbeat. She then says she knows how Jack feels before she heads off back to, get her arm back from the scientist because she needs it back. The scientist does then, obviously stitch her arm back because we cut to him doing it. But he's talking about the fact that she poisoned him twice. But according to her, it's been 3 times now.
Mm-hmm.
He then says he owns her since he made her, so technically she's his property. And
I've been down that road. It doesn't check out in court.
and this phase she's going through, this rebellious phase of not wanting to be there. She's gonna come out of it. She'll be fine.
It's just a phase. Keep telling yourself that.
We then cut back to Jack, who continues to walk. Playing a little game of Capture Zero on the way, as you do.
I can't stop imagining James creating his own cat girl. Getting a live cat and cutting its ears off and putting on some dead dog stuff. And he's like, "Your work, okay? Come back to life. Come on, come on, go. Why aren't you getting up?"
Elon will provide me with what I desire.
The next morning, the mayor arrives to speak with Jack about plans for the next Halloween. So he rings the bell, we get that scream and say, knocks the door. No response, so he starts to freak out. His face turns to his other side. He starts getting really like, "Oh God, Jack, where are you? Answer the door, please. Why aren't you answering me?" Kind of sounds like someone we know.
Yeah, James.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Thomas, can I have my lawyer back? I'm being bullied.
I told you I haven't got the glasses around to the joke. I'll just cover my eyes. I pretend to be a blind lawyer. Oh, can be Matt Murdock. Hold on.
Yeah, wow.
So yeah, James. No, I can't help you, mate. I'm blind. you give me the forms, but they're not in braille, so it's just like paper to me. So get a better lawyer next time, or just actually send me something in braille. Peace out. I want to see you again. There you go. I can see it again there. So what happened? Just I wasn't here. What was going
on? You were having a mental breakdown and you're sending to see a psychiatrist.
Oh, okay. So when's this? What do you want, psychiatrist? What we got going then?
He's talking to himself again.
Yeah, it's really hilarious, Ali. It's funny.
Psychiatrist come back in now.
Oh, you are awful. You are, psychiatrist.
Sometimes I think we should put him down.
What? You want me to take this Nerf gun to my mouth? I'll do it then. Oh. Okay, don't do it. I've got a bad tooth. I
have access to his cyberpunk. Seriously.
Ow!
I have nothing to add here.
I've lost the bullet. I will add that.
Don't worry. It'll go away after a while. Just ignore him. He'll go away.
Everyone's in my bullet.
No.
It bounced off my head. It bounced off my head somewhere.
That explains a lot.
As it has been stated before, Boris, we are not in the same room.
If it was, I would have probably put
strangled me to death by now.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to the movie. So yeah, obviously he's getting all sad about Jack not answering before he loses his balance and falls down the stairs. Where he's then told by Jack's bit on the side that he hasn't been back all night. So the mayor questions, where are you, Jack? Obviously then cut to Jack because that makes sense. And he's continuing to walk through the forest until he stumbles into a new area that he doesn't recognise. The area is, of course, the trees we saw at the beginning. He comes across more specifically the Christmas tree symbol and questions, obviously, what this is before the door opens, a bit of snow comes out, gets all chilly, and then falls in.
What's this?
Whee!
It's a wish.
And obviously, inside the tree, he lands in some snow and begins to sing the song, "What's this? What's this? It's magic everywhere. What's this? What's this?" I don't know the rest.
No.
That's me done. Peace out. He prances around this new town and shows how happy he is at this non-Halloween town. He points out everything going on in the town. So obviously, there's no monster stuff that's happening. And obviously, we see there's no monster under the bed, which is the example. He then starts singing that he wants all this before running into a candy cane sign which says Christmas Town. He then sees the shadow of the fat man himself and begins to think of an idea.
I imagine.
And yes, I called him Fat Man.
I imagine you're gonna say something really bad then.
There's actually a film called Fat Man about Santa. It stars Mel Gibson. He's getting hunted by a hitman. But they don't call him Santa in the film, they always refer to him as the Fat Man. Some like sport brat like gives him coal it gets given coal by and his sport brat hires like this hitman to go and hunt Santa.
I mean, honestly, that'd probably be me.
And the hitman's played by the bad guy in Ant-Man and Wasp, the businessman bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
It's played by him. I haven't watched it yet. It's one of the ones I need to watch. I'll watch it at some point.
Does Santa get killed?
I don't know. I haven't watched it yet, so I couldn't tell you.
In my head canon, he does.
He probably doesn't. I saw like a bit of
In my head canon,
in the trailer where he fights him, but I don't think he does. But in your head canon, sure, why not? In your world where Dory has like 100 out of 100. So obviously back in Halloween Town, the inhabitants talk about searching for Jack and that none of them managed to find him in all the place they looked.
Beep, beep.
What?
Beep, beep. Beep, beep.
Beep, beep.
Are you dying?
No, I think coming back.
Well, first the mayor activates the air raid siren to alert the entire town to the disappearance. Sally hears this and begins to try and spite the scientist's meal once again, this time putting frog's breath in it to mask the smell of the poison. But this frog's breath is the downfall since he smells it in the soup and tells her to taste it because he won't eat it unless she does. She drops the spoon, she fake throws a spoon on the floor and is like, oops, I'll get it, and then secretly swaps it out for the one that's in a sock.
I've seen how this film comes. I've seen what's going to come next. I mean, you've all seen that kind of film.
The spoon has holes in it, so she can fake test it, which she does, which causes the scientist to then drink it all, and now he's gonna pass out.
Actually, just like a lot of the films I've watched.
But then, obviously, back with the others in the town, they still talk about Jack before hearing the barking of Zero and seeing Jack driving back into town with his goggles on and a big sack in the back of the car. The town celebrate before he organised a small town meeting where he shows off what he has found. Because he found Christmas land. He shows off presents, stockings. But they all think it's Halloween related, so they start like, oh, is there a foot in the stocking? Oh, is there stuff going to jump out of the present? He's like, no, he's not like that. And he's obviously trying to like back himself up, like, no, it's nothing like that. Please listen to me. And the mayor's like, oh, I endorse this entire thing. And Jack's like, okay, time to play the trump card. Santy Claus.
Sandy Claus.
Sandy Claus.
We get it fucking right, okay?
Shut the fuck up now.
No, you better get it fucking right. Right.
I like getting things wrong.
I've had enough of your bullshit, okay?
You're the bullshit. I better not actually do this. I'm speaking really close to the mic, but I accidentally always knock it like this.
Honestly.
That went into air. Forget dangerously close. That just went into ASMR territory.
What do you mean like this? Is it really like this, is it? If my nose hits the top, like, mutes it, which I just did as a point.
Please do.
I just did as a point already, so I'm going to carry on right now. He tells, obviously, Santa as being an evil maniac and not the jolly fat man we all know. He then evil grins before going in the back and saying they don't fully understand Christmas land. And obviously we then cut to night time where Jack lies in bed reading his Christmas books and looking at his oh, hold on.
What?
Oh, that's disgusting.
There we go. Sorry, I couldn't carry on. I had a fart brewing. I had to go for it.
I hope you get shot.
Okay, I'm going to carry on then. So obviously he's looking at his decorations, which are actually a mixture of Halloween and Christmas. He then says there's got to be an easier way of explaining this. So we then cut to morning where we see Sally getting told off for poisoning Dr. Finkelstein again. He this time locks her away before his doorbell rings. Jack then enters and tells him he wants to borrow some equipment so he can, do experiments and stuff. Which obviously pleases the good doctor, who's like, okay, you can have my stuff. Let's get you set up. And we then cut to Jack going back home, putting out his equipment, doing his experiments, trying to create Christmas, and basically just seeing how it ticks, like making those paper decorations, which doesn't go as planned since he just makes a spider decoration. Cracks a ball open and watches the reaction with his liquid stuff, which I don't know what the fuck it is in there. It's something, and obviously the reaction just confuses him. We then cut back to Sally, who puts a bottle in a basket and lowers it down to the ground. She then looks up at Jack's house before jumping out the window, because suicide, am I right?
Mm-hmm.
No ego screech.
I am feeling the suicide listening to you talk. So, you know.
You still feel it now? This close to the mic?
Yes, it's even close. I feel it even more.
She falls apart on impact. She, of course, isn't dead, as she wakes up and stitches herself back together before heading off to Jack. Inside her room, Dr. Finkelstein enters to let her out for as long as she promises to be good. But she's not there, so he goes, "Ah!" And we then cut back to Jack, still trying to figure out Christmas before the basket knocks the window. He opens it to see Sally at the bottom. They have a little cheeky wave at each other before he opens the bottle to see a butterfly smoke signal thing happen, which obviously makes him happy. Happy enough to look back down to her, but oh, she's gone. We then cut to her sitting behind a wall where she holds a Christmas tree, which she smiles at until it sets on fire. If that was Hayden, she'd still be smiling.
Fuck Christmas.
You sound like me about an hour ago. The next morning, the townsfolk sing about Jack not being the same, and if he will ever be. One walks past going, "I hope he's not dead."
That's funny.
And obviously,
they're all dead.
Inside, Jack then begins to sing about the fact that he's pretty much cracked this Christmas thing, because instead of copying, he's going to improve upon it. He says he throws Christmas lights around an electric chair. Trump would be proud. He then opens the window and yells out that Christmas will be theirs. We then hear the mayor yell at Jack as jobs for everyone. So inside town hall, Jack gives jobs to everyone pretty much. Has basically them trying to improve on stuff like, toy babies, stuff, decorations, whatnot. But then Uggie's gang enters on the orders of Jack, who tells them, "Oh, you need to go grab Santa." And like, okay, and like he's like, wait. Uggie's not allowed to be part of this, and like, oh, sure, why not? So they head off. When they reach their lift, they begin to sing about kidnapping Santa, and that their plan is actually to give him to Uggie afterwards. They also sing about how they will capture him, like shooting a cannon at his door, but no, the smart witch is like, oh, if we do that, he's gonna like blow apart, and we're gonna end up losing apart, and Jack's gonna be very mad with us. And this song,
they say he'll beat us black and green, but
Yeah, they sing about
kidnapping Santa Claus.
Plans they have. Yeah, it's very catchy.
And the song goes on for a while and ends on them saying they're basically just going to lock him away and throw away the key. They head off into the forest in a walking bathtub thing.
But yeah, it's like trap him for 90 years.
And throw away the key. That
comes up in a number of the...
and of course,
the choruses.
This is when we see Oogie. You see him, obviously.
Yeah, we see the shadow of Oogie, voiced by Ken Page, who says Santa Claus before laughing.
Didn't we see him in the opening song?
Yeah.
His silhouette showed on the moon.
Yeah, he showed up on the moon. But this is like the first bit more clearer instance of him, sort of. Yeah, we'll get to him in a bit. He's not part of this movie just yet.
Okay.
We then cut back to Jack, who gets the town's musicians to attempt to play the Christmas songs he has. But yeah, it's not exactly the same since they aren't using bells. But close enough. Jack then sees Sally and gives her the job of making his Santa Claus outfit. She reluctantly agrees, even though she tries to warn him of the danger of doing Christmas.
Yeah, this is the part that I actually picked up on, where nobody at first properly listens to Jack as he's trying to explain Christmas to them all, and they're going "Oh yeah, no, we understand." Then they put their Halloween twist on it. But this is the part where Jack doesn't listen properly to Sally, warning him of her premonitions.
Yeah, premonitions.
That's the word. Thank you. Where he's like, "Oh yes, I understand. It'll be great." And she's like, "No, Christmas tree burning." He's like, "Yes, excellent. Burn it all. Burn it all to the ground."
After she goes, he hands a nutcracker to like a monster with an axe in his head. But this is all interrupted by the trio returning and saying they have Santa. And of course, when the bag bursts open, it's actually just the Easter Bunny, who gets scared of everything around him, especially the axe creature thing. And
yeah, the Easter Bunny comes jumping out of the bag and then
Bunny
jumps straight back in.
Yeah. Meets Lenny.
Yep, straight back in the bag. Zip. And he's like, "Oh, he's scared now." And obviously Jack gets really angry with me and starts telling them off. And he's like, "Did you go for?" They're like, "Oh, we went for the right door." And he's like, "Which door?" Because there's one with a tree on it that looks like this. And they're like, "Oh, I knew there was something went wrong, you idiots." And start battering each other. And then Jack does that weird, and they seem scared before. Okay, we'll go again. We'll do it right. So they head off again. And he's like, "Oh, apologise for the mistake to the bunny." And we then see Dr. Finkelstein making a new assistant to replace Sally, which at first obviously looks just like any normal thing, but obviously we get to see later on it's clearly not.
Yeah, he looks like him. You see it from the skull. He chooses one that looks exactly like him.
Well, he's going for loads of skulls at first.
Mm-hmm.
He's going for multiple different ones.
But he picks one that looks just like him.
Because, having yourself an assistant, that's something that you'd want.
The idea, remember...
No.
He even says, like, at least we can have like a proper conversation.
Yeah.
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 Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, one again. I'm gonna fucking meet you.
Yeah.
Right, that's it. Bye.
Kinky!
What did you say then?
What?
What did you just say then?
What? I didn't say kinky out loud.
Oh, that's what you said.
Can confirm he did.
Okay.
I'm confused to what you thought I said.
I'll tell you later.
I'm assuming it's something really offensive. I'm assuming it's with a C. Yeah, I knew instantly it rhymes. I was like, "Oh no, I didn't say that. I said kinky." I definitely know what you thought I said. Oh, that would have been so controversial of me.
Oh my god.
He says, pinky finger up to his mouth.
Oh, sorry.
You better fucking move on, shall we?
Yeah, so the townfolk then start singing about Christmas time, I believe it is.
Mm-hmm.
They sing about what they are doing, which of course, the main lyrics being making Christmas. And Jack then arrives and joins in and points out his ideas for the gifts they're making. We then cut to Christmas Town where the elves are making presents as well and cookies. The right way. Before we cut back to the doctor who's making skeleton reindeer. Again, another cut. Jeez, what is this? Kong Skull Island?
Almost like it's trying to show you the contrast between how the boring people do it and how the right people do it, being the Halloween people.
No.
No, it's how they should do it.
Up way around.
No, I'm not. No.
Cut back to Christmas Town and we see, live reindeers. Then cut back to Halloween Town making gifts. And then back again to Christmas doing it the right way. We have another cut back and forth between obviously the two towns before we end on Jack and the town singing the end of the song, which involves Jack laughing and getting happy over Christmas. We get to see the flying dead reindeer, obviously, before we see a clock counting down to Christmas. And then we cut back to...
Xmas as it's put in Halloween Town. And Christmas as stated in Christmas Town.
Yeah, we then cut back to Santa's house. Inside, he goes through the naughty list and goes, there's not no one naughty on this list this year.
And then you hear a
little knock at the door, and he opens it, and we see the trio outside, and they bag and tag him, and bolt off before we cut back to Halloween Town where Jack is in his Santa outfit, which he's pleased with because Sally did a great job. And then the trio arrive and show him Santa. Jack confronts him and tells him that, oh, you're taking the year off, mate. I'll do it for you. We're going to do Christmas my way. And Santa's obviously really angry with this. Like, what? No, you can't do this. But Jack's like, oh, just go and make him comfortable. Take him somewhere. Put your feet up, Santa.
Wait. I'll have that hat, thank you.
Yep, he takes the hat. And
oh yeah, because he when he was looking at his outfits, it still feels like there's something missing.
Oh, hat.
Sandy's presented to him. He goes, yes. Yoinks the hat.
Yeah, and obviously they head off and agree to take him to Oogie Boogie since there's no place comfortable for him. We then cut to Sally, who pulls a jar from the floorboards and says this will stop Jack, but cheers the Doctor and sees him making, obviously, the second him, putting half his brain in, which we mentioned earlier, because he only needs half a brain to work, apparently. Back with Santa, the trio tries to dump him down a chute, but he won't fit. They point out the fact that he goes down chimneys, so he'll fit. And then with one big push, he goes down and lands on a table where he meets Oogie Boogie, who begins to sing the Boogie song. Very nice looking sequence. I think it helps the lights and the colouring look really nice.
Yeah, he's got a very in the Frog Princess thingy-majiggy, that film.
Yeah, Disney one.
Yeah, and the whole Friends on the Other Side.
Yeah.
It's got a vibe to that. But obviously, that was done. This is done before that film.
Yeah, well, this is 90s. That was what, 20. I want to say 2007, but I think I'm wrong. I think it's 2008, maybe even later. Here goes Google. I can hear him in the background.
Yeah.
Sorry, Princess and the Frogs, 2009.
Oh.
They've got the very same kind of feeling.
Yeah, I'd
songs.
agree with that.
The whole neon kind of colour and obviously the voodoo kind of aspects.
Yeah, because you're joking. I can't believe my eyes. So this song goes on for a while before he starts singing about
gambling and saying how you do him and stuff.
And basically how screwed Santa is, essentially.
Yeah.
So it is noticeable that every time he rolls his dice, he gets snake eyes.
Every time, he just cheats to fix it because he's a cheater.
Yeah, imagine doing that. So, everyone rolled D20.
I swear mine was on my desk. Yeah, mine's on my desk. Hold on, let me pop them open.
Honestly, why don't you do what I do and get D&D Beyond? You can roll the dice, and then if you don't like it, roll it again, and then no one will know.
No one's gonna know. Because no one can see my dice.
4. That's a net 1.
I got 10. I don't like 10.
And
that's a 7. I don't like that even more.
Oh no, I got 7.
I got 11.
I keep getting that.
17. A 3.
That's amazing.
A 5. I think that was.
That's a 5.
I think that's a 10 again. A 12.
Okay. And now
this joke's gone on for way too long.
And now let's roll damage for the dragon. See how much it does. That's 10.
I've lost my dice. Oh, it's a 14. That'll do. Oh, I can't get.
You all take 100 damage.
Oh no, we're all dead.
It's funny. I noticed I was rolling the D12.
But you are dumb, James. So...
Okay, it's fine. I was rolling the right one. I was like,
why we let you be a DM? I don't know.
Because it's either James or me.
You don't have any better options.
That's very true.
Whoa!
We either have James, the one that actually does the stuff, or Tom, who's like,
I want to kill everyone.
Come on. Okay, you kill that guy. You kill your friend. Again, you kill your other friend.
What can I say? I'm chaotic.
What's that mean? You're of the opposite side of the entire map. I don't care. You still kill them.
What can I say? I'm chaotic. And like stuff.
Your stomach be giving a C.
Cock.
Bit close.
Oh, Rogu. I've lost my place in my notes now.
Oogie
Boogie's is finished, and we go back to the town.
Bug boy.
Yeah, and the musicians play their song before Jack appears, and they all applaud. The mayor then gives a speech about Jack being their pride and joy. Before Fog starts rolling in suddenly because Sally's fucking him over. And Jack and everyone point out the fact that, we can't do this now. I can't see a thing. Can't take off in this. And there's that little kid goes, there's no Christmas.
If only we had, like,
But,
the glowing nose. Filming.
Obviously Zero arrives with his nose so bright, so won't he guide Jack sleigh tonight?
Yeah, Jack first tells her, like, oh no, Zero, not right now, similar to how he did, like, right towards the start of the film, when he was feeling like he was missing something. When he arrived back at his house, Zero was barking. He's like, oh no, not right now. But then obviously he notices
the red nose.
Fact that
almost like they bring it full circle.
Zero is always wasn't it like a jack-o'-lantern style nose? Could have sworn it had like a pumpkin carving face on it.
Like an orange kind of.
Yeah. And it's like, aha, will you guide my sleigh tonight? I think he says. And then
they do.
Whoosh.
They take off, and Sally's obviously looking all sad, and she hopes her premonitions is basically wrong. Before she begins to sing about her feelings towards Jack and how much he means to her, the moonlight shines down on her in another well-lit song, and she points out that she's not the one before we rejoin Jack. And obviously he's now flying over this first city, which it doesn't actually point out which city it is, does it? It's just a random one, isn't it?
No, too.
Yeah, I think
it's
just
very weird. Like, the police look very British, but they all make an accent.
Yeah, confusing. And obviously it begins his descent and lands on, his first house, where the kid in a room wakes up and runs down to see Santa. He sees this skeleton guy and doesn't question it. And Jack gives him a present before disappearing. And his parents come down, and when he opens it, he pulls out a shrunken head, which causes everyone to scream. A police officer then gets a call and says, "What? Attacked by Christmas toys? That's the second call tonight." And Jack then goes house to house, delivering monster toys and decorations that begin to attack the people on the inside. We see the lights come on from the outside every time that there's an attack going on, as well as then cutting the inside to show the actual attacks, like some fat kid running away from a... What was he running away from? His toys attacking him, was it? Come on, Hayden, you love this film. What's the fat kid running away from?
Trivia question.
I know the
fat kid running away from in the Nightmare of Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas.
A diet.
I know the two kids are running away from like a doll and a
flying doll and a I think it was like a wooden dog or something.
Yeah, and then obviously there's a tree that's like a reef eating someone.
Yeah,
or like a snake. There's a snake eating a tree as well.
Oh yeah.
I just can't remember what the fat kid was running away from. It might have been like a bat or something.
One of them was running away from Jack in the Box.
It might have been the fat kid.
I think it might have.
Yeah, it was. It was the actual pumpkin Jack though.
Yeah. And all these obviously attacks.
That's what I meant. He's being chased by a diet pumpkin. Healthy fruit. No fruit.
All these attacks are then obviously reported to the cop, who's getting multiple phone calls and trying to calm everyone down before.
Yeah, he went from one phone on the desk to like 5.
We then hear a radio host say that someone is impersonating Santa and that the military is in bed to deal with him.
There is an imposter among us.
I don't know what's more sad. The fact that, like, none of these kids are appreciating his amazing gift, or that these idiots all believe in Santa.
It's a tough one, Alice, to be fair.
Mm.
Ooh. Well, say with the idiots believe in Santa part.
Yeah.
I better not say it too
Thanks
loud.
for calling me an idiot.
I better not say it too loud. I think my nephew's downstairs.
Oh no, just scream it out. Santa doesn't exist. The Tooth Fairy isn't real.
We'll just carry on then, shall we?
Yeah.
What are the child?
The warming isn't real.
Obviously, that's not real. Who believes in that?
Oh no, yeah. Listen what Trump says.
Sally hears all this on like this portal thing, and obviously heads off to find Santa. But while she does this, we see the military begin to attempt to shoot Jack out the sky. He at this point is thinking, they're celebrating at him. Before we then cut to Uggy and Santa, when suddenly a leg appears and she seduces him somehow. He goes to check it out as Sally tries to save Santa, but Oogie clearly sees through the fact that this is
I've
the
seen
leg.
where this goes. I've watched Shrek 3. I know how it goes.
And obviously he's caught him there. He's like, I can't believe I was tricked. And he has them before we cut back to Jack, who finally realises that they aren't trying to just celebrate. They're actually trying to shoot him down since he loses a reindeer and then the sleigh, because he's shot out the sky yelling Merry Christmas as he crashes down, which makes all the townsfolk sad. The mayor then goes round and he's the town crier to let everyone know that Jack's dead. And
Christmas is cancelled.
we then cut back to normal world where we see the cop doing the same sort of thing, but pretty much saying Christmas is cancelled since there's no sign of Santa.
Woo!
We then find Jack in the arms of a statue. He wakes up and sings about how badly he is messed up. He then says that he tried his best, so he's happy. And for the first time in a long time, he felt like his old self before points out that he is the Pumpkin King.
Almost like he learns that Christmas is ball of dog shit and Halloween is where the real heart lies.
No, he's learned the fact that he should stick to his own holiday and leave the other holidays to the other fucking...
No, Christmas is bullshit.
No, in your universe, maybe, but in reality, not. And obviously,
I really could not care less for Halloween, so...
Oh, I'm not the impartial one in the middle here. I don't. I like both holidays.
James, you're not entitled to an opinion.
We're talking about you might be taking your job soon.
Well, if you don't book up your ideas, Thomas, you won't have one here.
Oh, you shutting me down, are you?
Yeah, unless you conform to my ideals.
I conform to this one and nothing else. You're not conforming to Dora. I will say Christmas is shit just to stay fine, but I won't say Dora's a 10 out of 10.
Why? But Dora's so good.
Okay, Christmas is good. I'm taking my ideas back. Shut me down, bitch! Whoa, peace out! I'm out! See you later. I'm off.
Right, now that is... should we start Mugcast then?
At first I was going to be like, oh, hello, welcome to Chattergate. Then I thought, no, Mugcast.
Mugcast is dead.
Going.
So today, I know I've said this before, but I'm back with the Squirtle mug.
Yeah.
Oh, this was TTT I had this in.
Mugcast, it's shit.
I've got my Maleficent mug.
Ooh.
Yeah. Very cool.
Okay, I'll give up. I'm not listening to Mugcast anymore. I've unsubbed. I'll let Mary's 5 seconds of the spotlight.
5 seconds of fame.
that's the word I was after. Yeah, but the spotlight. I'm back in.
Speaking of mugs, here's Tom.
Ba-dum.
James, you're fired.
Wait, what?
I can't fire Hayden, but I can fire you. You're fired. I've had too many HR calls. You're fired.
What do you mean, HR call?
I call myself. Didn't you know?
Apparently, James, you've been harassing yourself.
I'm ashamed of myself. I'm ashamed of myself.
You have been listening to my voicemails.
Eventually, but a year later.
Yeah, your left hand is suing you.
No, the right hand, because he's not using it. His right hand's jealous.
Why would it want to be used for that?
Yeah.
Why not?
Ruin the joke, Tom. You're fucking useless.
I wanted to ruin the joke. That's the whole point. So can we carry on? We're almost done.
You got to conform to my ideals.
No, Jack opens up a crypt and goes through before we cut to Sally, because at this point he's now realised that he needs to fix his mistake, because he's hoping he has enough time to basically fix what he fucked up. And obviously we see Sally and Santa held hostage by Oogie, who says obviously like, oh, you realise Jack's gonna be mad about all this, but the mayor's you can hear the mayor's going, oh, Jack's dead. So Oogie's like, well, you're fucked. And Jack then appears and runs through the graveyard until he hears Sally and watches over them. Oogie begins his preparation by cranking up a table to drop him into this lava sort of pit. And
Isn't this when he
rolls the dice? Yep.
Yeah, it says, "Oh, Snake Eyes again," then slams the
Yeah,
table and
and it
changes to 11.
Yeah, he's like,
Oh,
oh,
no,
that'll do. And obviously, this means he can kill him. So he brings the table up and they start sliding down. But he doesn't hear anything.
There's 2 1s in 11.
Ha ha ha. He doesn't obviously hear anything like screaming wise. So he cranks the table back and just sees Jack, lying down,
Like with your
Deadpool style. And
Jack, hit me like one of your French girls.
at first, Dougie acts really scared before saying Jack must be double dead by now, and then starts trying to attempt to kill Jack again, only to have Jack get the better of him and grab a piece of his thread and pull him apart before causing his bugs to fall apart, ending Oogie because he just blows them all apart.
It must have been developed by Ubisoft.
Santa then gets his revenge and stamps on one of the bugs before Jack apologises for his mistake. Santa acts angry at him before telling him next time he wants to do a new holiday, basically don't do it. So,
Jack stabs Santa.
He then leaves, so Sally and Jack can have a little heart-to-heart talk about obviously her being right. Before, the mayor and the trio arrive to rescue them. We then see Santa fixing everything that Jack did, basically get rid of all the crappy, fucked up toys and replace them with toys the kids want.
Like the really good toys and replace them with the annoying little twats that can't deal with. They're too spoilt to accept these. Like, come on, a shrunken head is amazing. Why would you not want that? Seriously. Useless.
Anywho, Jack then heads back into town and everyone sings about Halloween again.
Honestly, they should give those kids abortions for Christmas. Seriously.
Before Santa flies over them and wishes them a happy Halloween. Jack wishes a Merry Christmas back. Snow begins to fall down and everyone basically starts singing the song from earlier. What is this? What's this? And then Jack sees Sally run away to the graveyard. He follows her and confronts her on top of this weird hill thing. And they sing that, they were meant to be in a very romantic ending, in a very iconic shot. And that's it. The movie's over. The movie ends on this shot, which is a nice end.
And then we rewatch it over again.
No! Loop!
It's Halloween.
You do not believe how many times I've listened to that song when it was coming up to Halloween. I'd make some Pokemon game, make a Halloween themed team, and just that song on repeat. But usually it's like different covers, like the normal version, and some other cover version.
Heavy rock version, like heavy metal version.
The Marilyn Manson one.
I don't know. I didn't know that's a thing. I just guessed.
The Marilyn Manson one. There's Panic at the Disco. Live.
Damn.
Anyway, so yeah, you ready for the overalls for the last time of the year? Yeah. So for me, overall, just like the last 2 movies we did, this is a basic Christmas tradition for me. I always watch this every year because it's a great movie. It's something different since it is both a Halloween movie and a Christmas movie. So you can watch it at both times and not get looked at weird.
It is a Halloween film.
It's both. I've said this a million times.
No, yeah, Halloween film.
The fact they chose stop motion over normal animation makes this movie 10 times better for me. I think it could have worked as an animation, but it really captures the feels of this movie in stop motion, from the lighting and the musical numbers to just character designs. It works. It's fully, you can tell it's a Tim Burton movie, even though it wasn't done by Tim Burton. The musical numbers are great. There's not a bad song in this entire movie. The characters are great. The acting is great. The humour hits for me. It's funny as hell. It's just a great looking movie in general, with some very iconic moments, like obviously the end shot with them on the hill, which I have as a Funko Pop thing, which is quite nice looking. And yeah, the plot's unique, and I think that covers all my thoughts. I don't know what else to say. I pointed out all the obvious. Cinematography's good. There you go. Last one. My overall score is a 9 out of 10. It's another great movie, both as a Halloween movie and a Christmas movie. So yeah, 9 out of 10.
Like, I agree. Yeah, this is probably my favorite Halloween film. I always watch it as a tradition. Halloween.
If you said Halloween, I would have screamed yes and Christmas. Sorry, I would have screamed yes and walked out.
I watched that film. Yeah,
At Halloween.
I watched Hocus Pocus after watching that film on Halloween. Yeah, it's really good. It's one of those traditions I watch. The songs are amazing. Like I say, I always listen to those songs during Halloween and after Halloween, and also before Halloween. Yeah, I do enjoy that.
So during Halloween.
Yeah, during literally like the moment while Halloween's happening, I listen to it. Yeah, it's one of those films that you just can't not love. Seriously, it's really good. The acting's all good. Like I mentioned, all this photography is great, and the fact that it's stop motion does add to it better than anything. I think there's no other way you could have done it. I think it works for that Halloween-esque kind of vibe it gives. And it helps make all of the Christmas stuff look ugly as hell. And I like that. Because Christmas is ugly as hell. But the Halloween stuff is amazing. So yeah. I love it. And I'm gonna keep saying Halloween because it's a Halloween film.
And give it a Halloween score out of.
So happy Halloween, and I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. It would have been 100 out of 10 like Dora, but unfortunately the fact that Christmas won at the end, that ruined it a little bit. But if I ignore that whole existence, 10 out of 10.
That's like your 6th 10 out of 10 there.
I don't give a shit.
It's almost like someone's a bit easygoing there.
If it deserves it, it deserves it.
I think I've only given like 3 this year.
I don't believe I've given.
You've yet to give one though. Anyway, James, you're up. Take the floor.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's good. Yep.
Wow. So
Ladies and gentlemen,
personally,
James Ray.
I've only ever known it as a Christmas film. It's took me this long to realise its relevance to Halloween as well. It's always been one of those things, coming up to Christmas that I've had in the back of my head thinking, oh yeah, this is something that you can watch now. Similar things being you can now listen to Christmas music and Michael Bublé. But it's never.
He hasn't said Kevin Spacey yet, so we're fine.
It's never been something that I've gone out of my way to watch, like Kevin Spacey.
Oh.
So whilst I do remember some of the musical scores, a lot of it was actually pretty brand new to me, either because I haven't seen this before, which I probably have but didn't remember. Yeah, the stop motion of it, it's very good. It certainly has helped it in the aging process. It certainly is one of those things that is timeless. It doesn't seem to age.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, very, very good overall. Good. It's one of those musicals where I feel like I don't just go, oh, they've started singing again. It's like, oh, it's this song.
Mm-hmm. It blends in quite well.
Yeah, it blends it in rather well, rather than just started singing again.
Like High School Musical, it blends in really well.
Yeah, not like, oh, here's where they're thrown in the next ABBA song.
Yeah.
Stop watching Mamma Mia, you twat!
Because it's a shit film.
Exactly. One thing me and Hayden agree on.
If we ever do Mamma Mia, I have a story for that.
It's the only thing me and Hayden ever agree on.
Honestly,
Mamma Mia shit.
James.
Oh, that and the Emoji Movie. That's shit.
If you watch Mamma Mia, I would end up literally killing myself. So, yeah.
Yikes. Anyways, so my overall for Tim Burton's A Nightmare Before Christmas is a solid 8 out of 10. That I originally rounded down to a 7, but I'm going to round it back up to an 8.
Hey.
That's an easy job for me. So that gives it a Chat Cave overall rating of 9 out of 10, because I'm the middleman here. 9. So my question of the day... My question of the day is, do you think they should make more stop-motion pictures like this, since they only do a few every now and again, like the Shaun the Sheep one last year, for a recent example? And as James pointed out, proof of the Nightmare Before Christmas shows that stop motion doesn't seem to age badly. It's kind of timeless at times. So, do you think they should do more?
Absolutely.
I
still... no, I'm going. I spoke first.
I ate the sweet first, it's mine.
I licked it, therefore it's mine.
You can have it.
Thank you. I still to this day love the likes of Shaun the Sheep and Wallace the Gromit.
Wallace the Gromit.
Wallace
the Gromit.
I'm an idiot.
Gromit.
Shaun the Sheep and Wallace and Gromit. I'm surprised I didn't say Shaun and Sheep.
That would have been more funny because you would have got the opposite way round.
I really love Shaun and Wallace.
And Wallace the Gromit.
Wallace the Gromit, lovely.
I'm such an idiot. And Wallace and Gromit. Yeah, I love them and still love to. I'll still happily watch them to this. Not Caroline.
Coraline.
So yeah,
It's an O, not an A.
would absolutely love to see more stop motion, clay motion, whatever you wanna do.
Porn motion.
How I see it is, like, I think it works best with the Halloween style stuff. All like the creepy kind of stuff, it works really well. And I'd like to see more of that kind of vibe. Like, as one of my favourite parts of Nightmare is obviously the fact that all the Halloween stuff looked really good in this like stop motion. Just like how in Coraline, because that's what it actually is pronounced, it works there as well.
Yeah, to be fair, mainly when I was younger, quite a bit of Curse of the Were-Rabbit. Oh, quite a few parts of that had me on the edge of my seat. And then a tiny little bunny showed up.
With a carrot.
Love that. Love that film. And I'll play the game.
No.
Yeah, I remember playing the game actually. Yeah,
Yeah,
I used to have it.
I've still got it somewhere. I think it's in a drawer somewhere. On the old Xbox. Oh, sorry, old Xbox.
The original.
Yeah.
Not
Basically.
a console I ever had personally, so.
So, yeah, answers all
And now
yes around.
And then look at us, PC Master Race.
Yeah, but I still have consoles, so it doesn't count.
Yeah.
I dip my dick in both holes.
Yeah, I was going to say your top 10 was PS3.
I don't. I regret saying that now.
Yeah, I'm glossing over that.
We're always glossing over Tom now.
So yeah, that's it for Chat Cave podcast this week and this year actually. As next week is the special end of the year Chat Cave Award ceremony. So tune in to see who comes away with the big prize of Chat Cave #1 movie. And it's not Dora because Dora's nowhere near.
I'm rigging it. It's going to be Dora.
There's obviously a few other cheeky awards around, so
Just don't announce the Dora's won before the awards ceremony.
Dora's won! Woo!
I can announce right now Dora has not won. It's not even a nominee.
Yes.
I'll stick the nominees at the end of this video and like a little slide presentation going through it. But so yeah, I've been your host, Ranking Thomas Hughes,
and this has been Dora's award-winning ceremony. Woo!
And I have been your occasional host / Michael Bublé reference making / Kevin Spacey reference making / GTA joke making person that you probably.
And this is Chatter Cave. This is Chatter Cave. This is Chatter Cave. Chatter Cave. Chatter Cave. Please stop me. This is torture.